So it's been over a month since I've provided an update on my journey to the end. What do I have to say for myself? To make my base look and function better, I terraformed so that the fishing pond was no longer partially buried under dirt. This stopped the bobber from getting stuck under blocks, and it would also provide more space for growing sugarcane. I later realized that the axolotl pond could also be used for growing sugarcane. I would need a lot of paper for books and maps after all. I eventually ran the numbers and determined that I would need about 3 stacks of maps zoomed out to level 3 to get me to the coordinates of the end portal. I prefer to use locator maps, so that would mean 3 stacks of compasses and 12 stacks of paper. It was no small task. Waiting for the sugarcane to grow, I spent 7 diamonds on crafting more tools. I would definitely want a sword with looting 3 for getting shulker shells once I made it to the end. I also definitely needed more iron for compasses. I shouldn't have given so much iron to the armorers. Hopefully I've learned that lesson now. Later, I found 6 more diamonds I really didn't need. Technically, I also didn't need the glowberries, but I thought they might be nice to decorate with, especially since they're new. I also found another not tulip for the axolotl pond. Once I was tired of exploring the mineshaft, I used the cobwebs to sell string to the local fishermen. I needed more emeralds for more mending books. I was able to buy another set of diamond boots so I could eventually get protection 4. Progress was slow. I was talking to my friends about this project when one of them asked me if I recorded everything or just the important moments. Frankly, I'm never really quite sure what constitutes important, so I ended up recording just about everything, including all the times I spent going back and forth between my base and the village. It's really boring to watch, so I'll spare you from that. But after more trading, axolotl retrieving, sugarcane farming, giant spruce tree harvesting, blue stained glass placing, anvil combining, geode harvesting, lava and blue stained glass placing, fishing, cave decorating, job interviewing, underground crop farming, ceiling installing, cake staircase placing, glowberry curtain installing, underwater glow lichen placing, and pointed dripstone placing. I had a cave house that maybe wasn't entirely finished, but it certainly looked very different from anything I had built before. It's definitely the first time I've used cakes as stairs in survival. I also really liked the dripstone block as a floor for my basement storage area. My only regret is that I didn't think of it sooner because I ended up leaving not too long afterwards. I also started to make a room with lapis blocks for the floor, but I ran out of time before I could think of something to do with them. With my house as finished as I cared to make it, and all of the supplies I thought I would need, I was ready to depart from the flower forest with my group. I suppose it's fitting that it was raining when I left, since it was also raining when I found this place too. The plan was simple. I had gathered some leads so I would have one of my animals in the boat with me, while the other 4 sat in 2 boats I had leashed up. However, we ran into a few challenges. First, I kept experiencing this glitch where almost every time I exited the boat, both it and the mob in it would disappear. I was not aware of this bug beforehand, so I was afraid that Daisy was gone forever. However, this was resolved by either leaving and returning so the chunk would be reloaded, or by exiting and reopening the world. I was glad Daisy hadn't died or disappeared permanently due to a bug, but that still chewed up some time and added to my frustration. Second, while the leads did make it possible to bring the other 2 boats with me, I was sometimes losing some of them for no apparent reason. If I kept losing leads, how would I get all of us to the end portal? And, on a related note, the further we traveled, the more danger we would run into. I had issues with Lily and Barry taking damage while we traveled before. And what if Dandelion or Allium sat down on a chest or a bed somewhere, and I didn't realize they were missing until I was already thousands of blocks away? I was also getting really tired of trying to shove them into boats. Even more irritating still was crafting boats or keeping them in my inventory, since that either used up some of my spruce wood meant for crafting, or took space away from how many maps I could keep before I had to make another map barrel or chest. With all of these factors weighing on my mind, we approached a coastal desert village. When I returned to reload the chunk, I discovered that Allium had befriended one of the local cats. Was it really in my animals' best interests for me to take them all the thousands of blocks to the end portal? I felt obligated to take Daisy with me, since she had been there from the beginning, and she would certainly be helpful with her good jumping. But with the other 4, it felt like all I was really doing was pointlessly endangering them. And so, with a heavy heart, I made the decision to leave Barry, Allium, Lily, and Dandelion in the desert village. The villagers seemed nice enough, so I wasn't worried for their well-being. I would return for them once I had finished what I set out to do. I suppose if I was going to leave them behind, it would have been better to leave them in the flower forest. But since they announced at Minecraft Live that 1.18 would be released within a month or two, I didn't think I had enough time to cart all of them back if I wanted to make it to the end portal in time. Besides, this would give the 4 of them the opportunity to make new friends. Daisy and I said our farewells to the rest of our crew, and continued this journey as we started it, with just the 2 of us. I wasn't entirely sure what lay ahead, and I feared that if I wasn't careful, I could end up losing Daisy too. But if I ever wanted to get shulker boxes in a legitimate peaceful mode world, I'd have to continue on and travel the almost 200,000 blocks to get there. This video is a little shorter than the others in this series. As I mentioned before, there are hours worth of gameplay that aren't really represented here because there were things I needed to do to gain supplies, but they weren't exactly interesting to watch. Consequently, I am loaded on time and patience to continue writing and editing for this particular video. Until next time, take care.